On to race number 2, which is the Feifei handicaps. The Super Saturn, the first. The Feifei, another Douglas White's derbies here. Race number 2. It's a Class 4 again over the 1,400 metres, headed by Smiling Charm behind Great Treasure, 4th. Last time course and distance, wide gate again. Sonic Fighter coming out of that same race. He finished 5th. Have Fun Together has run up behind Speedy King last time out. Great Treasure, the last start winner, trying to go back-to-back. Come On Wong Choi, Lucky Shiny Day and Yi Cheong Pegasus having their second starts. Vital Springer, last start course and distance winner. And Dragon Warrior, barrier 13 for him on Sunday.
Pace will be probably good to slow. Now, Bingo got into a bit of a traffic jam last start, so they might try and offset that this time by, from barrier 12, just rolling straight to the front. Vital Spring will probably give him a little bit to do in the early stages, and Red Horse led all the way in a recent trial, which suggests he might be forward. Smiling Charm's got to offset that wide barrier, but generally settles midfield, so that could potentially be the order. Sonic Fighter, another good barrier, gate number 1 again.
Yeah, he should get a nice run, Sonic Fighter, and here he is in his track work. Winner 2 starts ago, backed it up with a nice 5th, so he's a horse that's in form at the moment, and you can see him going easily here. Barrier 1, and Derek Long will take the mount. Red Horse is a recent trial winner. He's been going pretty well, and Chad Schofield aboard with him. A couple of even sectionals. He's quite well. He's sort of up in the ratings a little bit, but has been running consistently at the higher ratings. So that's Red Horse. And Vital Spring, he's a winner. Last start, he did win nicely. Bet Beauty Day on that occasion. And from barrier 6, he should get a nice run, and another one that's improved a little bit from that win.
All right, OK. And again, we'll come back to Vital Spring and have a look at him in a moment. So we'll start off with Great Treasure, the last start winner from near last as they swung in. Smiling Charm had covered some ground, and Sonic Fighter was actually favourite for this race.
He was. This is a good effort from Great Treasure. Just got up to beat Royale Elegance. I haven't found a spot for him in the tips. Sonic Fighter, this is an interesting run from him because he drew the same, or he drew 14 the previous start, sat wide and really seemed to appreciate the room to move. Whereas here from the inside barrier, he sort of had to get sort of moving and shifting in and out of runners. I don't know whether or not he fully applied himself. And here he is all of a sudden in gate number 1 again. So thought that might be a little bit of a negative, but he was impressive 2 starts ago, Paul.
Yeah, just a matter of whether he can reproduce that win, because it was a
You know what it's like, Andrew, when you get into one of the lifts here and you're on your own, nice and comfortable, and then all of a sudden you get into another lift later on, you've got 15 people trying to squeeze in. I think Sonic Fighter had a little bit of that sort of scenario going on.
There you go, a bit claustrophobic. That's a Sonic Fighter. Have Fun Together. Not in a lift on the racecourse. He's finished 2nd last time out. He's still looking for the maiden win, but he's been pretty close. Yeah,
it was a good run here, wasn't it? Nice 2nd. Brett Preble from barrier 3, he'll get a good run. He'll definitely get his opportunity once again. This is over 1,200. Stepping up to the 14 should suit him. What do you think about this one, Lift Man?
Look, I actually like this horse. I think he's very progressive young type, and often they can run well at 1,200 and then they go straight to 1,400. I like the fact that Frankie Law's given him a run at 1,000, 3 runs at 1,200 and now goes to the 1,400. I think that's a real positive for a young horse. They've got a good gate. They don't necessarily need to push and be handy because he will hit the line well, and I think he might be too good for these.
All right, he's favourite again. He's been beaten favourite 3 times so far. 3 of his 4 starts he's been favourite. Been rolled on each occasion. Vital Spring, though, was a winner last start out. And Lucky Shiny Day, which is having his first start here. He beat a couple of home.
Not many trainers can boast getting one from John Size and winning with it pretty shortly after, but Francis Lloyd can do that. John Size had this for his first prep in a Vital Spring, and then Francis Lloyd took over at the end of the season, and at his 3rd start back, he's been able to manage a win. It's going to be a little tougher. There'll be a few more closing in. There's Amazing Satchmo running 3rd, and he sat wide the other day and won, so Reed's OK. I don't think he'll be too far away.
Yeah, it was a good run from him, so if he can reproduce that, he'll be right in the finish.
All right, that's Vital Spring. Yi Cheong Pegasus, another one of the lightly raced, just the 2 starts. Debuted over the 1,000, straight up to 14 here.
Yeah, this is the one I like. I made him a horse to follow this race because I thought he needed further on debut, and that was the case. He stuck on really nicely here over 1,000. David Hall's gone him straight up to 1,400 metres. Zach Purden has jumped aboard as well. I think the 1,400 looks ideal for the son of Lonhro, so I'm going to stick with him.
I like the horse, but I'm just going to leave him on the side at the moment. I take what Paul's saying, but I would have liked to have seen him with a 1,200 metre run first before going to 1,400. But it certainly could go the other way because he's a nice enough type.
All right, that's complacency winning the race. We haven't seen him again, so how the form stands up, but you're happy to take a chance here?
Yeah, I'll have to take a chance of Yi Chong Pegasus. Up to 1,400 metres will suit him. Have Fun Together is obviously the favourite. He'll be the one to beat. Sonic Fighter will give him a chance. And Red Horse, he's a horse who's he does go well at Sha Tin. He's trialled well recently, and his track work's been good. 9, 4, 3 and 6, but 9's come up at a decent price here of 8 and 360, so I'd be taking him each way.
Fair enough. I think Have Fun Together's progressing nicely. Drawn well. They don't have to push from that gate. They can just let him get comfortable. He's hitting the line well. He looks to be a horse that can easily get to Class 3. With that in mind, I think he can break the ice here. So Have Fun Together, number 4 to win. Doctor's Delight is a very interesting horse. He's got some talent. Joe's been doing a bit of work on him recently. I'm going to sneak him in. Bingo, Vital Spring. I've got time for Yi Chong Pegasus and Sonic Fighter, but I've left them out for the reasons I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I'm with Paul on this one, with Yi Chong Pegasus. Have Fun Together, obviously a big
Hope
chance.
so.
Yeah.